Hello FlossTube, my name is Sarah, I'm from Memphis, and this is my channel about cross stitch. Today is Friday, December 30th, and this is my 2022 end of the year WIP parade. Welcome, welcome. It is nice to see everyone. If you've never been here before, welcome to the channel. I'm glad you dropped by to check everything out. I hope you enjoy yourself. For those of you that are returning, thank you for coming to check out the WIP parade. I know I just put out my 2023 plans video in FlossTube, so you might be tired of me at this point, but hopefully you'll come by and check it out in the next couple days. Hopefully you're getting some time off work and getting to relax and, you know, bring in the new year the right way. A good way. Anyways, a good way. It's a new year, right? 2023. So let's just talk a little bit about how my WIP parade's going to go. I have not done a WIP parade since the summer of 2021. That's been a long time. I have, I believe, close to 100 WIPs. I have a few new starts that I'm going to be doing tomorrow for the New Year's Eve 12 by 12. Hosted by Kia B and Pam of Just Keep Stitching. So that will probably put me to the 100 mark. With that being said, my focus next year is within a WIP Warriors group, and I'm going to be working down my WIPs. So the way that I'm going to tackle this WIP parade is a little bit different than I did it last time. I really like how I did it last time, but for efficiency's sake and for what I need to do for my WIP Warrior album, I'm going to sort of be doing these in a semi-alphabetical order thing. The way I've got my WIPs numbered and I've got them stacked, and so I'm not going to be able to group them by categories this time. I am sorry, because I think it flowed really well like that. But y'all just bear with me. Grant me some grace, and let's get busy talking about my WIPs. Or I could just talk about myself for about 2 seconds, since there will be some new people here, or my stitching adventure. I have been stitching since the summer of 2020. I found cross stitch through diamond painting, and oh, hold on just a minute. Hey, sorry, had to leave for just a second. Quick wardrobe change here. I don't know, that other sweater was just super heavy and I was just already burning up. So I knew that wasn't going to be a good thing. So let's get back to where I was talking about how I first started stitching. Summer of 2020, I found cross stitch through diamond painting and I have not looked back. I love it. I cross stitch on everything, every kind of fabric, the linens, the Aidas, the even weaves. I've just recently tried needlepoint. Not a great crocheter. Don't know how to knit. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I am a mom and a wife. I do MRI for a living, and I have a precious 2-year-old Shih Tzu named Winnie. And Winnie is a Halloween puppy. So she's not named after Winnie the Pooh. She's named after Winnie Sanderson of Hocus Pocus. And I actually have, I forgot to talk about it in my last FlossTube. My husband got a new puppy a few weeks ago. So yeah, we have a yellow lab named Colt, and he's just a little bitty thing. He's not that little. He's like 14 weeks old. Almost 14 weeks old. So he's on a little bit of a larger size puppy, but anyway, he's awesome. I recently have had some hand surgery on my right hand to get my trigger thumb and my carpal tunnel repaired. Things are going good with that. I mean, and I am a new grandmother. My grandson is just a few months old. Yeah, so my kids are great. Husband's great. Yeah, that's just a little bit about me. I live in Memphis, and I love to stitch. So let's get busy talking about WIPs. WIPs. I already talked about WIP Warriors. I'm going to try to work these WIPs down this year. So, WIP number 1. All right, this is Cinderella Wishes Upon a Dream. This is by MCG Textiles. It is from the Dreams collection. It is Thomas Kincaid, and it is out of print. You can find these kits. They're expensive and you have to buy them on the secondhand market like eBay. I am collecting them all. That's the game plan. So I'll show you my little start. They are full coverage, and they're fairly large. So you're gonna just notice me. Usually my WIP bags are like horizontally in these little cubbies like this. Not today. just because of my organization system. So you're going to see me putting stuff back there a lot. Just bear with me. All right. So here we go. My first WIP. Next year when I do my WIP parade, I'm going to be able to have a picture to show you of my progress over the years. So here's where we are. I am stitching this on, gosh, I think it might be a 14 count Ada. It's the Magic Grid. And that's where I am. I'm just in that top right corner. If you are interested in learning how to do full coverage stitching, I would recommend the tutorials by Teresa Little Stitcher. You can find those on her FlossTube. They are wonderful. And sorry, that one's still in the Q-snap. If it's still in the Q-snap, it's because basically you can see every bit of the stitching while it's still in the Q-snap, and I'm going to be getting back to it. So WIP number 2, I started this for my birthday, not this year, the year before, and I have got very little progress on it. I will let you know that in order to be counted as a WIP for the WIP warriors, you have to have a minimum of 200 stitches in it. So you're going to see 200 stitches at least in them, even though you wouldn't maybe think that's what it was. This one is The Christmas Village by the Victoria Sampler. Oh, this is a tragic tale of getting stuck or getting hot and sticking to the front of your vinyl cover project bags. Happened with a couple of my projects, but anyway, Christmas Village. I love this one so much. I first saw this one stitched as a model at the Stitchery Nook in Osage, Iowa, and the ladies at the Stitchery Nook, they were so nice. They had this all kitted up for me, ordered the thread packs, whole 9 yards. Isn't this gorgeous? It is full of specialty stitches, but just beautiful. I am using the called for silks, whatever they call for, I'm using it. And included in that is the called for fabric, which, let's see, what is that? The fabric of this. If I don't know the fabrics on any of these and you really want to know, or you have a question about floss or whatever, just message me because I have all that information. I just don't have it all memorized. Here we go. So the beginning, the middle, I started this one in the middle, is 1/1 words. So yeah, really exciting. I know. And yeah, that's a minimum of 200 stitches there. A little bitty. This is a, gosh, what count is this now? Now I'm needing to know some information about this. Just hold, please. I've got to, 28 count Smoky Pearl. Okay, I was like, it's 1/1. What in the world did I stitch a 1/1 on? It's no joke, right? We all know that, or you might not know that, but 1/1. Yeah. All right. What's next? Oh, I love this one. This is my Christmas Moose by Panna. Here's what we're going to look like when we're done. I am doing him as part of a SAL. Hashtag Marty the Christmas Moose SAL with the Bougie Stitchers. I stitch on this moose on days of precipitation. I don't have snow like they do in Wyoming on a regular basis, or even at all some years. We have this year though. But if it rains, ices, anything, precipitation, I'm stitching on this guy. So I'm happy to say I've got some good progress done. I anticipate that I will finish him in 2023. I am loving stitching on him. He is hanging out with my good buddies here. My fabulous one and only Gifted Clay by Kim, and this super cute Snow Person by Rebel Stitcher Designs. I'm stitching him on a 32 count Arctic Blast by Seraphim Fabrics. It's not really coming through that great, but this fabric is really a really pretty blue color, but it's got like parts of like purple and then some lighter colors in it. I mean, just kind of like what you would imagine an Arctic Blast to be. He lives in a very, very cute Garon Toten Bags project bag. I am a Disney fan, you will soon realize if you don't know already, and I am also a fan of the Garon Toten Bags project bags. They are fabulous. Fabulous. I am a member of their Bag of the Month. All right, my next one. This one I started last year on the New Year's Eve, 12 by 12, which is where you started 12 projects on New Year's Eve, like one project an hour. Let's see if I can pull this up. This is a Barbara Anna piece. It is in a book, which is why, sorry, I'm struggling here. I want to get a picture of it without the pattern. Oh, goodness. Okay, this is in this book, A Cross Stitch Christmas by Craftaways. All right, this is the chart. So cute, right? I like Barbara Anna a lot, but this is a super cute chart. So this is where I am. Not a ton stitched, but you get the idea. I'm up there in the chimney working. I think this is like a Stars Hollow something. Oh gosh, I don't even want to guess. What is this fabric? No, it's not. It's Lakeside Linens. It is vintage maritime white. Yeah, I knew it was something I liked. Pretty, pretty, pretty. That one will be getting stitched on tomorrow for my 12 versus 12. 12 by 12. 12 versus 12. I don't know where I just got that from. 12 by 12. All right. Next. Sorry if I feel like I'm hurrying. I have like almost 100 of these, so I don't want to just diddle daddle too much. But all right. Oh, I love this one so much. This is the Christmas Eve sampler by Joan Elliott. Gosh, Rolodex Stitcher Carla, she's stitching the Halloween sampler. Joan Elliott does several of these with holiday motifs. Very cool. As you can see, this is stitched in black with gold. I didn't want to do the black for Christmas. So what I did was I chose a dark Christmas green, which was DMC 500. And then I'll do the gold with the Kreinik. I am not doing the gold until the end. Here's where I am. Pretty, right? This is on like a 32 count. I don't know if it's like a smoky vintage, smoky antique white or something like that. This is going to be a problem with the fabric because I halfway remember what they are. Sorry. Vintage smoky white. 32 count vintage smoky white. I love this one. I did not stitch on this one during this Christmas season, but I think I did stitch on it this past summer during Christmas in July stitching. Look at that little mouse. So super cute. I love this one. It's big. It's, let's see, 138 by 318. So it's not super wide, but it's pretty darn tall. Oh, this project bag, it just sparkles and shines. I think this is a Stitch in Piece project bag. Isn't it cute? The sparkles never show up. It's so weird. You would think with all the light and the ring light and everything that it would, but no, not so much. Okay, my next one. Oh, I just started this one recently in preparation, or this is the unofficial official stitch of the Queen City Stitch Retreat, going to be next October in Charlotte, North Carolina. This mirabilia is named Charlotte. I am stitching Ms. Charlotte on a 32 count Queen Crepe Myrtle by Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers. That's what I have done. The colors are just really gonna pop on this one. I'm super excited about this. This color palette's gonna be really nice on here. First I didn't think so, and then I was like, yeah, that looks really good. I'll just show you the DMC because it looks so good. I would say Charlotte's trademark is she has a ton of treasures. This whole bag is Charlotte's treasures. Leaves, mostly leaves, and little round crystal rondelles. I don't know where all the treasures are gonna go, but look, ooh, this is gonna be so good. I love this one. I'm very excited to see her grow this year. Got to make some, although I'm going to be working on my whips all year long. Sorry about the zipping. I need to make some priorities about like what's going to get the attention first. How do I even do that? Because so many things need attention first. I kind of have to sit down and really think about that. Like, when do I have to have this for this retreat? Or when do I want to have this done for this birthday? Or, you know, need to make some like prioritizing. I know I'm doing whips, but all right, my next one. This is, I've had this one kitted for a while. Praiseworthy Stitches, Blue Moon Manor. I kitted this not long after I started stitching. It's awesome. It has beads, it has buttons, it has blending filament, it has glow in the dark Kreinik, you name it. I'm stitching this on the Called For fabric, which is a 32 count cauldron by Picture This Plus. This is a big one too, and as you can see, I don't have a ton done, but I did make some progress on this tree down here this past Halloween. Yeah, this one's cute. I don't know the size is put up, but yeah. Very, very cute. I like this one. I haven't, I love the moon on this one. I mean, like, look at the little eyes and the mouth. Just the cutest moon. I haven't seen that many people stitching this. And I have not seen it like stitched, you know. I'm sure it's gonna look fabulous. Oh, this one's so cute. This one needs to get finished. I'm telling you what. I've been having this one. This is Bayou Cat by Owl Forest Embroidery. I purchased this as a kit probably back in 2020. They are Russian designers, so you are unable to my knowledge, to purchase kits and floss and things like that from them now. I believe their PDF products are available somewhere, but I am not sure where. So here we go. Bayou Cat. Isn't he cute? I love him. He's adorable. This is the kit linen. I know a lot of people change the linen, but their linen's pretty nice. Nice neutral. Yeah. And like I said, he's about halfway done. And I will show you some of these gorgeous over-dyed floss that they have, even though this looks like a raggedy tag mess right here. It really is. It really is pretty. Let me show you an example. Like, do you see this stitching like in here? That's all one color floss. It's just the variegation and it is pretty extreme. Same with like this lighter yellow. That's all one floss color too. So yeah, I love him. He lives in this super cute stitch bag that I purchased from Lolly of Lollipop Stitches. She is a dear friend of mine based in the UK, and go check her out. She has a FlossTube and Instagram. She makes bags and stuff, quilts. I don't think she sells any of your quilts, but just a second here. This is a little trickier than I anticipated. I used to do this on the couch and I just threw them all in a pile, but I have, you know, reasons this time to be a little bit more neat and orderly. All right. Next one, I started this with my friend Alexis of Alexis My Amazing World. Go check her out. We started Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. Isn't this the coolest chart? This house is just fabulous. Look at all the different windows. I love this so much. When we started this, I was having a real problem getting a hold of a floss called Garden Gate by Gentle Arts. And so I had to do some modifications to mine. I took a few colors of Forbidden Fiber Co. and blended them together. And I used what Garden Gate I did have. And I've just kind of been going with a certain pattern that's in my brain to try to even it all up and make it look good. I did happen to score some Garden Gate at the Craft Gallery up in Findlay, Ohio this summer when I went up there for StitchCon. And so I'm going to continue to do the border as I have been doing, but if there's Garden Gate that's needed like inside the block, I'm switching to straight up Garden Gate because it's kind of hard to keep up with trying to blend everything in. But here's where I am. I am not very far. I am stitching this on Prim Green by R&R. I love the fabric. I have enough fabric, I believe, to do the sister piece of this, which is like in the sister's books, and it's something about it, cock crow or whatever, if the colors look nice on it. We'll see. But yeah, that's where I am. It also lives in a very beautiful Lollipop Stitches bag. And pretty with that whole creepy vibe going on. Very nice. Very nice. I don't know if Alexis has been working on hers, but I certainly have not been working on mine. I know that's going to be a recurring theme you're going to hear throughout here, that I need to give stuff attention, and I love it, and it's beautiful, and I miss working on it, but it's true. I wouldn't have this many whips if I didn't really feel that way, right? All right, this next whip I started Matt NBC Stitcher and Kristen of Steel City Stitchers and some other people. They started this stitch along #holiday hangover style a couple years ago. And this chart, I'm going to put a picture of it up here because I only have a black and white copy of it. It's by Autumn Lane Stitchery. It's called Autumn Town. Isn't it gorgeous? I am stitching this on the called for fabric, which was chosen and named just for this chart. This is Apple Harvest by Mountaineer Designs. And this is where I am. Yeah, it's a really, really pretty piece of fabric. A little bit greener than what you're seeing. And the cool thing about this chart is all of the green that you see, like the grass, is not stitched. It is the charts. I mean, it is the fabric. So that's wonderful. I'm also going to be using, or I am using, a few really pretty Gloriana silks in addition to the DMC. And they just add a lot of depth and richness. This one is Black Cherry and Apricot Grove. I haven't used the Apricot Grove yet, but Black Cherry. Really, really pretty. Glorianas are very nice to stitch with. They're very hard to find right now, or they have been at least for the past year or so. They're in demand, and they're just hard to get your hands on. So I had those before things started to get short. Okay, next one. This is Autumn Strolls by Lindy Stitches. I happen to be a big fan of turkeys. Not quite as big a fan as my friend Justine of X's and Hoes, but nevertheless a big fan. I also love Lindy Stitches, and that is true. I love all of the charts. Lots of the charts. I have lots of the charts. Hopefully one day I'll get them stitched. And they're just funky. I just like them because they're funky, and they usually have some kind of bird on them, and I like birds. And she picks great colors, and she picks great fabrics. So yeah, love it. Here we are. I stitched this. This is on the called for fabric. It is a 36 count Nantucket Eve by Seraphim Fabrics. Here's where I am. I stitched on this a lot at Thanksgiving this year while I was at my mom's. Very cute. The other thing I like about Lindy Stitches charts, you'll notice a lot of the times her borders are made up of like all different designs, and they don't necessarily meet. Like there's gaps, like you need to be like, you know, on point, but like if it doesn't meet exactly, you got a little breathing room there. So I like and I appreciate that. All right, what is next? Oh gosh, this is an oldie but a goodie. I've had this one as a WIP for a while. This is Autumn Dream by Cottage Garden Samplings. I started this. Abby Bella Stitch started a hashtag Stitch Asia to just draw awareness to our Asian cross stitcher community, designers. And this is designed by Cottage Garden Samplings. Is designed by Vinny PS Tan, and she is from Malaysia. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? I love that. So I'm stitching this on the called for fabric using the called for floss. So here's the thing about this. It is a 36 count, which I didn't know when I started stitching it, but I know now that it is probably my least favorite count fabric to stitch on, just because I feel like it's a very in-between fabric. You know, 32 count is my happy place. I like it. I like to use 2 strands of floss. 36 count can kind of go either way, depending upon whether it's hand dyed or just the weave, if it's tight or if it's loose. You know, sometimes 2 strands is great. Sometimes 2 strands is too bulky. And then sometimes 1 strand is too little. And then sometimes there's like no good in between. So that's why I don't love 36. I pretty much like 32. I'd rather do 40 than 36, but anyway. My next one is Around the World by RETM. RETM is one of my very favorite designers. I particularly love her Quaker Fantasy series. I have stitched her Nutcracker and Peter Pan, and then this is the 3rd one I'm stitching called Around the World. I started this with my friend Leanne for her birthday of this past year. We actually got to meet Ari at market this past year, and she signed my copy for me, and love it. I've got a little start on it. I am stitching her this. It's very big and it's a very long, but I'm stitching it on 40 count. Leanne did a beautiful conversion from DMC to her Forbidden Fiber Co. floss, and this is just gorgeous. I am stitching this on a 40 count, the called for fabric, which is a 40 count Snowdrift by Fabrics by Stephanie. And here's where we are. I chose 40 count because I only wanted to use one strand of floss, and I wanted to try to get the size down a little bit because, like I said, it's a very long piece. Already had it at market. I think it must have been stitched on the 32 or even 28, and it was ginormous. And that takes up a lot of wall space because if I'm going to work that hard on something like this, it's getting framed and getting put on the wall, just like my Nutcracker did. So, yeah, I wanted to try to do it on the 40 count. I'm going to stick these floss back in here. Excuse me. Yeah, but I love that one. I need to, here I go saying it, I need to get back to it. I need to get back to all of them. So, need to be working on all of them, getting some good finishes. And that is the game plan this year. Okay, we got a few more left in this pile. Whew. This one is really an oldie. Okay, I'm going to try to put a picture up here. This was from the Stitching Book Club, A Christmas Carol. And the idea of that Stitching Book Club is that you read the story and talk about it and answer questions and stitch a literary, you know, it's like literary based piece. Anyway, it's really, really pretty. I don't think I'm going to finish it all the way as shown in the pattern. And the pattern has like writing around the edges and a frame or a box. I'm not sure about putting the box. This is what I have now. And I really like it. I think what I might do is fill in these inside parts. And if there's some stuff around here to do, and then I might have it finished as an ornament. Because I don't really love all the writing, but I love this. Because you can see, I don't know if you can see, I've got little bitty French knots. And it's really sweet. And it is on my favorite fabric. This is a 32 count Havisham by Picture This Plus. I love this, is my favorite neutral. This is my favorite. So this one is very close to a finish because it's not getting done all the way as charted. I already did decide that much. All right, and my last one for this pile. In between piles, you're gonna see some editing because I've got to turn around and pull all these down and put things back up. So you won't notice me doing it, but that's what I'll be doing. All right, so this was a very spur of the moment. I saw it, I wanted to start it, I wanted to do it. Put the picture up here. This is 12 Movie Nights of Christmas by Atomic Tiki Pins. This is available on Etsy. Once I get everything uploaded and figured out, my description box will have links where you can get a lot of the stuff as best I can do. All right, so I am stitching this on a 36 count piece of Mystic by Picture This Plus. It's that in-betweeny thing again, right? So I feel like it's too thick. So I'm probably gonna restart it. Well, I'm gonna stitch the rest of it in just one strand instead of 2 over 2. I'm gonna do 1 over 2, and then I'll just rip this out after I get at least 200 stitches put in. But I have no aspirations to work on this until getting close to next Christmas. But the cool thing about this chart is that they give you like a lot of different movie options. Like, for example, you could use Die Hard, or you could use Elf. You could use The Holiday, or you could use Christmas Vacation. There's a lot of, she made a lot of little blocks to represent different movies. So you could pick and choose your favorite. I'm gonna have a hard time actually making that final decision because I adore Christmas movies, but some of them she chose on there are definitely not my favorites. So that won't be as hard. Okay, I'm gonna just switch some things around and I'll be right back. Cubby number 2. All right, my next WIP. This, I'm gonna pop a picture up here too. This is the Halloween wreath stitch along by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I have done their Christmas wreath stitch along, and so I thought I would jump right in on this one too. I am behind. It started in October, I believe. I have part one done. Here we are. It's going to be really, really cute though. And check out that little needle minder. I think it says like anti-frogging potion. This is a Picture This Plus 28 count cashel in pewter. Yeah. Pretty cute. On my radar to get caught up in the month of January. For sure. I'm sure you can still join that stitch along. They might even still have kits available on their website. All right, my next one is the Halloween ball. It is a recent restart. Halloween ball by Cooler Classics. I think this is so cute. I've had this for a while. I do have my original start just so you can see the difference. I originally started this on a piece of Awakening by Be Stitch Me. I didn't feel like you could see it very well, so I have restarted it on a piece of Spellbound by Under the Sea Fabrics. I think it's going to be much nicer. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Now, if I could just get someone to pick out that original start for me on that Awakening, on that Opalescent, that would be great. All right. Oh gosh, this one, I love this one. This is one of my favorite WIPs. This is Halloween at Hawthorne Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. I am stitching this with my friends, Bobby of Pumpkin Creek Primitives, Leanne of Leanne Stitches, and Sammy of Sammy Liz. And we started this together. We have a hashtag Halloween at HRH Sal. I have stitched blocks 1 through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll be starting the center part, the witches, soon. I'm stitching this on a 32 count piece of Heather by Picture This Plus. I don't know if I'm all in frame. Let's see. Can you get a good look at all that? Oh, I love this one. I cannot pick a favorite block so far. Actually, I thought it was going to be this one down here with the ship, block 5, We Are Afraid. But I sort of really love block 3. Whoops. Block 3, My Headless Horseman. I really like that one. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, here's where I am. I would love, okay, I have mixed emotions. I would love to get this one finished in 2023. But then I'll be sad because I won't be stitching on it anymore. So, and it's just become like such a thing. I love it so much. I could stitch on it all the time, truly. But I also would like to start the Christmas at Hawthorne Hollow with my friend Sam. So, yeah. And I too so much enjoy Zooming with the girls and doing our monthly Halloween at Hawthorne Hollow stitch along. I would miss it terribly. So it's kind of like bittersweet to get it finished, right? Okay, this is a chart by my friend Colleen, Rebel Stitcher Designs, Flowers Grow Back. We did start this together, a bunch of us friends. This debuted at StitchCon this past summer. Gosh, what is the name of our stitch along? Like, I think it's like hashtag Rebel Flowers Grow Back, Sal. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what it was. Anyway, a bunch of us started it together. I love it. I have not worked on it since I've been home from StitchCon, but it's gorgeous. I am stitching it on the prettiest piece of 30, here we go with the 36 count again, 36 count of Love Potion by Forbidden Fiber Co. First, let's just like admire the fabric. And it is the prettiest, palest, greenish. Oh, it's just perfect. So good. The cool thing about this chart is it is stitched. I'm stitching these with, what are these called? The name of these. These are called Cottage Garden threads. So, Colleen, it's a mix of DMC and these beautiful Cottage Garden threads. These are Australian, but I know Colleen does have like a floss of the month or floss subscription, I think, to these Cottage Garden threads. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. I don't know if she has any room in her club or anything, but it never hurts to ask. So gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. She hit it out of the park with that one. Okay, my next WIP. I love this one so much. This is Fairy Flora. It's a mirabilia. This is a mirabilia that came out in 1994. She's just gorgeous, y'all. I am so excited to be working on her. There's a very special, long-winded story about her fabric, which is a piece of barnwood by Picture This Plus that I purchased at the Stitchery Nook in Osage, Iowa. And I was enabled to purchase this piece of fabric by Carla Rolodex Stitcher when we got to go there. Yeah, this piece of fabric was absolutely meant to be for this particular chart, for many, many reasons. And I cannot go into all of those reasons right now, or I will never finish this WIP parade. But anyway, she's gorgeous. She has a ton of floss, Krynic, beads, yeah, lots of stuff. And this is a Lake House Stitch Co bag that I think is so pretty. The little blue mushrooms, sweet, right? Gigi is Lake House Stitch Co, and you can find her on Etsy. She's great. She's in Florida, super fast shipping, so great. All right, my next one. This is another one that's in the Q-snap because all the stitching fits in the Q-snap, or it's in the Nerge or Nerga, or however you say that. I'll show you that in a minute. This is Elf Biscorn U by Tiny Modernist. This is the first Biscorn U that I've tried. I mean, I've just got the front stitched, and I'm working on back stitching the front right now. So that's what you'll see. I don't have anything stitched on the back yet. This is what I was talking about, that little Nerga. N-U-R-G-E, sorry. Got it on Amazon. It's lighter than a Q-snap. Lighter even maybe than a hoop. Flat. You can get to the corners really well. My only thing is I have been unable to get it as tight as a Q-snap, and I really like it tight on the Q-snap. So mixed review on that one. Isn't he cute? So the back, I think, just has Christmas trees, and it just has Christmas trees and presents on it. So I just have to finish the back stitching for the front. See how that's coming alive with all the Christmas lights and everything, and they just look like weird little light bright wormies out here. But once you put the back stitch on them, it makes a huge difference, doesn't it? Yeah, that one's cute. I originally thought I might be stitching that for my stepdad, but I don't know. He might be elfed out. Okay. Here's when I started, either the day of or the right around, whatever, when the newest Downton Abbey movie came out. I had ordered a long time ago. I love the show Downton Abbey. If you haven't watched it, it's fabulous. Give it a try. My husband, I talked him into watching it, and he loved it too. I knew he would because he likes drama way more than I like drama, but this was right up my alley. I love it so much, Downton Abbey. Cute little pillow by, who is it? Oh, Sheena Rogers Designs. Came as a kit. I did order it. It came from the UK. Here's where I am. Not super far. Yeah, just kind of like the outline of the Abbey there. Love it. It lives in another super cute Garon Toten Bags bag. That'll be a fun little pillow to put together. Oh, I love this one. I started this one at StitchCon this past summer because the movie Jurassic Park, the last one, came out. This is Dinosaur Forest by Ella Force Embroidery. I purchased this one as a kit as well. I'm going to hold this up here just so you can kind of get a peek at all of the gorgeousness going on here, because guess what? There's not a lot of gorgeousness going on my fabric. Here's where we are. We have a dinosaur and some little trees and some wonderful floss. Look at this floss. Yes, y'all, that is so good. Love it. It lives in another super cute project bag. Who did I get this from? I had to get this from Canada, Little Boat 88. I was looking for a dinosaur bag, and all I could find was Dinosaur Christmas, and I love dinosaurs and I love Christmas, so it wasn't really a big deal. But I mean, there is kind of a lack of, or at least there was when I was looking for it, a lack of dinosaur project bags. All right. Okay, here is my gorgeous girl. I'll be putting a picture up right here of where she is. This is the Dark Queen of the Earth Stitch Along by Autumn Lane Stitchery. I have done parts 1, 2, and part of 3. Part 4 came out in December. Part 5 comes out in January. This girl is behind. However, she's gorgeous. I'm going to get caught up. Here's where we are. Looky, looky. I'm stitching her on one of the called for fabrics. It is a 32 count Gilded Oak by Under the Seas Fabrics. It is opalescent. It is looking terrible in this light. I I had a crazy day. So to be honest, I don't have any natural light at all because it's nighttime. I wish I did because it sparkles and shines. It's much warmer than it's coming out. Warmer, pink, pinky brown, like blush color. Like, I mean, like the real, not like light baby blush, like blush that you put on your face. Beautiful. Oh, Dark Queen of the Earth lives in a custom bag from Jasmine's Custom Bags. Yes. Fabulous. Check her out on Instagram. She will make you a bag, and she makes beautiful, high quality, wonderful bags. I just want to show you the lining in this. It's like a tree, a black and white tree. This is all black and white. Ooh, wonderful. It's wonderful. All right. I am stitching that Dark Queen with all the called for floss and fancy floss and beads, etc., etc., etc. when the time comes. Oh, goodness. Here we go. This one. Have a love-hate relationship with this one. I started this one for Garon Toten Bags, Garon Designer Focus last year. This is Dandelion Wishes by Rosewood Manor. Now, I love this chart. It's beautiful. It's so pretty. I love the sentiment. It says, when you look at a field of dandelions, you can either see 100 weeds or 1,000 wishes. That's fabulous. I love it so much. What I don't love is all that white stitching. However, I am going to persevere because I want this on the wall. I think it's beautiful. So here's where I am. I'm going to finish it. It even has beads. It's going to be so pretty. So pretty. It lives in this really cute bird bag by Stitch and Piece. It may be evicted soon from this bag because I am anticipating a kit coming in. Oh, I'm sure I'm going to have this finished before I even get that other kit started. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not starting new stuff, right? Okay. I like to try to match my bags to my WIPs, if at all possible. Just like this one. So this, I started this for my friend Lolly of Lollipop Stitches. She had a birthday and she wanted us all to start this one, Dance, Dance, Dance by Mama Witch X Stitch. Now, Lolly is a big Disney fan, as I am, and so even though Dance, Dance, Dance has nothing to do with Disney, it is definitely living in a Disney bag because it makes me think of Lolly. So yeah, isn't that pretty? That is from Lila's Style Bags. She has, I don't know if she has a website or an Instagram. I haven't bought a bag from her in a really long time because she had really low inventory for a while, so I'm not sure what's going on. But anyway, back to this. Isn't it cute? Let me show you where I am. I'm stitching this on a one-of-a-kind piece from Forbidden Fiber Co. It's like almost black, but not. It's like blackish, grayish, greenish. And that little pumpkin, do you see all the different colors in that straw hat? That stuff was making my eyes cross. Mama Witch likes to use a lot of colors in her designs, and it makes them fabulous. Fabulous. But I mean, like, it's just, it is a lot of colors, and the effect is great. But sometimes when you're stitching, it's a little bit hard to stitch. I like this one though. Very sweet. Very fun. I mean, I haven't gotten to the best part yet because anything with a lantern on it, I'm in. See how cute that is? The lanterns and the stars. And look at that accordion the frog is playing. I mean, are you kidding me? That's so good. That is so good. All right. Sorry, y'all. Bear with me here. Okay, this next one, I am way overdue on this one. I'll pop a picture up here. This is why I'm stitching for my daughter's wedding sampler. She got married in November of 2021. So, and it's not a difficult stitch. I don't like the font that I've used in the middle for their names, so that's probably kind of got me hung up, like I need to go pick a different font. But this is what it's supposed to look like. And this is from Stitcher's Lover's Shop, or Stitcher's Lover's Shop, something of that sort. And here's where I am. See how pretty those colors are? It's like on a vintage smoky white. Yeah, but like, gosh, aren't they pretty? Or pretty colors. Yeah, so I need to get back to that one. Said it again. I'm getting back to it. I'm getting these WIPs done this year, because if you just knew all of the wonderful things that I have waiting to be stitched, in addition to all these wonderful things, you would understand. I'm sure you do understand. Okay, this one is a chart that I started this summer with our whole FlossTube, or our community, our Common Threaded Stitcher community. This was a free chart provided to the Common Threaded Stitcher community by Hello from Liz Matthews. I'm going to put a picture of it up here. I started it the weekend we did Common Threaded Stitcher, and here's where I am. Isn't that cute? I love it. It's, I seem to be a fan of the vintage smoky white. So yeah, it's a pretty good neutral. I love it. And it lives in this really, cute fall bag gifted to me by, Bev of, Beverly of Stitch and Piece. She's great. Her bags are great. Go check her out. Okay. This one, I've had this one around for a while too. This is going to be a gift for somebody, a particular coffee lover in my life. This is called Coffee First by Luminous Fiber Arts. Isn't it cute? Coffee first, then the worm. Yeah. So wait till you see how much I've done on it. I'm stitching this on another dumb 36 count piece of Dapple by Picture This Plus. And look at all those little bitty teeny tiny stitches. That's just the border. So not a ton done, but can you imagine when I get to all of the colors, how much they will be popping on here? Wow. It's going to be a really pretty piece. It is in a cool bag by the 805 Stitcher. Tara is the 805 Stitcher. She sells bags on Etsy. I mean, look, I love a narwhal. Really, I do. I love whales. So, marine life. Love it. All right. Okay, the last one in this pile. Oh, got a random floss. The last one in this file is, another Garon Designer Focus start for me last year. This is Cocoa Time by Ink Circles. This was my first Ink Circles chart. My husband had it kitted for me for my birthday, so I am using all of the called for fancy floss and fabric. And just to get a good look, here's where I am. Yeah, look at that with the little chili pepper, orange, get some marshmallows going on there. So you see I've pretty much got like that quadrant done. Cool, isn't it? I like this one. It's cute. It lives in another cute Garon Toten Bags bag. Little happy elves. So cute. All right. Cubby number 2 is complete. Moving on to cubby number 3. Be right back. Cubby number 3, empty, ready to go. Here we go. This next one is a chart that I bought. It was my new start at the Steel City Stitchers Retreat last February in Pittsburgh, and it is a Bobbie Threads kit, No Cause for a Llama. This is a Rendale Designs by Hannah Dale. I met this awesome llama with my Aunt Susan in Oregon one year. He was called Caesar the No Drama Llama, so when I saw this, I just had to stitch it. So it's cute. I've got some of his eyeglass done and a little bit of light, and I love this this Ada that he is going to be stitched on is like all speckled and cute. This is going to be a fun stitch. I just it wasn't a great choice for a new start at a retreat because it was a lot of counting, and where I started it was a lot of similar color. And the thing about retreats is that it's like to stitch on something complicated, especially if it's a busy retreat where you know a lot of people and you're doing a little bit more, you're doing a lot more socializing than stitching. Complicated stitching is kind of hard to not completely screw up. So I learned that lesson, and I'm going to try this year when I go to the retreats, with maybe the exception of the Mirabilia retreat. That's just a little bit different stitching. I'm going to try to do a lot of fill-in so I can just goof off. All right. This is Hen by Stitchy Princess Black. All right, so go check her out on Etsy. She is Ukrainian. She's currently living in the Ukraine. She has had some very, very tough times. So go give her some love. I love her charts. I just had one of hers that I finished framed. I've had another one FFO'd into a flat fold. I love this chart so much. I started on Mother's Day one year because look at that little chicken down there with that kerchief on his head. It looks like that little chicken in hop that goes Gurita. Don't you think? I love this one. I just have a happy sun done and part of the border. Yep. I'm using this some sort of linen. I don't know what kind of linen this is. Let's see what my card says. 32 count stone nougat. Oh, and look at this So Much to Love project bag. It's perfect for it, right? With all the little chickens on it. I know. Like, cutest bag. Super cute stitch. Okay, oh, this one. Oh, I love this one so much. I started this with my friend Leanne. We started this last Christmas Eve, okay? And so we talked the other day and we have made a goal. And so this is Miss Christmas Eve by Mirabilia. Let's see, she is MD 148. Trying to see if I could see a copyright on her anywhere. Of course, my eyes are getting blurry and crossed right now, but I'm not sure what year she came out. But regardless, she's gorgeous, right? Teresa Little Stitcher did like a video of a bride table at a retreat she went to, and I saw her and I was like, Leanne, I am obsessed. I love her. We have to stitch her. So Leanne dyed us some fabric similar. I said it was a very gold fabric that the person stitched it on, and it just like looked so great. So we started her on Christmas Eve last year, not a couple days ago, the year before. We have a goal. We would like to have her finished by this coming Christmas Eve, and then we plan to start the new Bella Filipina Holly Berry Pixie or Fairy. I can't remember what she just came out. She's gorgeous. She looks like a sassier, if possible, version of Tinkerbell ready for Christmas. My favorite thing about that chart is basically like there's this beautiful border and it's just, it's great. So Leanne and I want to get Miss Christmas Eve complete by this Christmas Eve. That is our goal. So I'm stitching her on a 28 count piece of custom dyed fabric by Forbidden Fiber Co. I do not know if she ever named this color yet. Last I heard she hadn't added it to the store or anything yet, but here's where I am. Isn't she so pretty? This skirt is massive and it is tons of green and but I love her so much. She's gorgeous. I'm using called for DMC and water lilies and beads and you name it, this beauty's getting it. That's where I am on Miss Christmas Eve. She's another one. I'm like, I cannot wait to get back stitching her. She lives in another large size stitch and piece bag with Santa on it. Okay. This one is so cute too. This is a Stitcherovia piece. I'm gonna pop a picture up here because I don't have a good printout of it. I purchased it I purchased the online copy or digital copy of this magazine. I'm pretty sure it was in a Cross Stitcher magazine, which is like a UK magazine. And isn't that cute? Midnight Magic by Stitcherovia, who's also known as Emma Congdon. I'm stitching this on, it's an Ada. And it is Picture This Plus Mystic. I don't remember the size, but this is where I am. Isn't that pretty? Mystic is one of my favorite colors. It's hard to see on sometimes and hard to stitch on, but like blue is my favorite color and this just nails it. This color, blue, is my absolute favorite. I love it. So I can't wait to get this stitched. Lolly of Lollipop Stitches, she stitched this one. And look at this bag this one lives in. It's like a sparkly spider bag. Let me just show you. This is Jenny at Cricklewood Crossing did this one. I'm going to take this out of here just so you can see the inside because, you know, I love the Disney. Do you see these Disney characters in here? Oh my gosh, they're so cute. They're so cute. They're all ready for Halloween. Oh, gotta keep that paper away from the front of that vinyl though. Yep, that's an enjoyable stitch, so I'm looking forward to working on that one some more. This one, now this one was hiding from me, I have to admit, And this one is not going to make it into my WIP Warriors list this year. There are not enough stitches in it, sadly to say. Not giving up for next year. This is Mickey's Coffee. I was gifted this chart, and we started this from Denise of Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. She gifted me this chart, and we have a stitch along called, I think it's like Coffee with Mickey Sal. I'll have to double check. I have it all kitted up, and I have the fabric, and I've got this little pitiful teeny tiny start in it, and I am doing 10th stitch, so they're half stitches, so it's definitely not enough to count to go into my WIP Warriors. Now I'm out of time. Like I said, I had hidden this one from myself, so it's not going to make it this year. I did that with this one and one other one, unfortunately. So, but yeah, next year maybe we'll get some good attention on this one because it's so cute. So cute. All right. This one, I don't even know if I can get a picture for, and I have to for my WIP Warriors thing. This is the Merry and Minty Sal by Brenda Gervais a few years ago. It was a free little stitch along. If I can find a picture of it, maybe somebody else has stitched it, I can show a picture of it or something, because I don't think I have a picture like of the final chart, but it's the chart, so I can't show that. So this is where I am. Isn't it sweet? It's got the it's sweet. It doesn't have it. I mean, I have a good bit left to go on it, but you know, cute. Very cute. Oh gosh, this one is gorgeous. This is my Mermaid of the Pearls by Mirabilia. Here she is. She is out of print. She is MD 26. Is she 26, y'all? I can't even read. It's dark in here. 26. Yeah. She came out, what did I say earlier? It was in the 90s. I don't know. There she is. She's a beautiful. First time I saw her videoed or stitched of was by Cassandra. Aaron of Autumn Lane Stitchery. Cassandra is his wife. And she stitched her, and she is gorgeous. She is one of the Mirabilias that has one of the most beads. I'm not sure if she's the one with the most beads, but she's close. Like, she's probably in like top 5 or so. I think that's what I read somewhere. I am stitching her on a 32 count piece of Kelpie by Under the Sea Fabrics. Ooh, look at the colors. And they're not even coming through that good for you. I hate that. This is a beautiful, beautiful blue-green piece of fabric with like little areas of green, and it's in the perfect Aeron Totem Bags bag. Yeah, and you have to hear all those beads jingling, right? She's gonna be gorgeous. She's a little bit tough to stitch on. She is full of confetti, but she will be worth it in the end. This next one I started with my friend Sam. I'm gonna pop a picture up here because I do not have a good picture of it, and you're unable to get this chart anymore. I'm sure it was a copyright situation. This is from Stitcher's Lover Shop, and this is Megara and Panic. Here's where I am. I got Panic done. I'm stitching this on a 32 count piece of Opalescent Hibiscus by Bee Stitch Me. It is a glorious piece of fabric. I cannot believe I cut it. But yes, and isn't it cute? It comes into, this might be my very first project bag. I don't even know who made it anymore. They stopped making bags. I love this fabric. My Dark Queen of the Seas used to be in it, but I think that was my first like official project bag that I bought when I started stitching. So pretty. Oh, this one, I fell in love with this one this Halloween season. Kind of near the tail end of the Halloween season. This is my first stitch by this designer. It's the Snowflower Diaries, May the Spirits. And this is what it says. May the only spirits that invade your home at Halloween be the happy spirits of friends. I love that. And I love this chart. It's beautiful. I got this chart from Guerin Stitchery. And they actually also, at the time when I ordered it, they have the Call For Fabric, which is a 40 count gold sand by X2 Designs. And X2 Designs also did the Called For Floss. I had never tried it before, and it's beautiful. So, let me just show you. Here's where I am. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And let me just show you some of the really, really pretty floss that they have the cutest names, like Little Turtle, Spicy Carrot, Lady in Green. They're just really good. Oops, really good colors. Yeah, this one is fun. I ran into a little snafu with one of the colors that I need to change, and so I didn't finish it kind of like I intended to this season, but I don't see why I don't get it done next season. I mean, look at how delicate and beautiful these purple flowers are. These red flowers. I love it. It's so good. So good. All right. Now this one too. My gosh. I love all my WIPs. This is, I'll put a picture up here because I don't think I have a good one of it because it was a stitch along. This is a Marvelous World stitch along that Lindy Stitches put out at the beginning of 2022. I adore this fabric I'm stitching it on. It's 32 count Sea Spray by Seraphim. I think it looks like the bottom of the ocean floor. Here's where I am. Doesn't that look so good? Gosh, it looks so much better in real life too. Oh, I love this one so much. The colors are great on this one. Let me see, what am I stitching? Oh, they're all DMC and they're just so, well, there's a couple of fancy floss in here, but I mean, like, you wouldn't even think they'd look that good, and they look good. I love it. I love it. And it is in one of my favorite Garon tote bags. It is a Tulip Pink bag. Look at this one. Oh, I love it. Love it. All right. This next chart is, oh, so pretty too. It is Leila Studio, Let Freedom Ring. I started this with Pam from Just Keep Stitching. I can't remember the hashtag off the top of my head. We started it on New Year's Day. Not this past New Year's. It must have been the New Year's before because I've been stitching that long. This is Independence Hall in Philadelphia. I'm gonna get to go there next year. I'm so excited about that. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, awesome. Here's where I am. I'm stitching this on a Be Stitch Me piece called Not Another Sampler, 32 count. Just don't have huge margins, but it's enough for framing. Look at that. Ooh, so good. Ooh, I really want to get back to stitch on this one. Like, really, really, really. Look at that. I'm just going to give it to you close up. Oh, let's get the hair off there. I have been known to shed. My dog doesn't shed, but can't say the same for myself. Oh, this little, whatever you call it, that I'm going to do the 1/1 writing in. What is this called? A cartouche? That took forever to stitch. It's so pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I like that one. Oh goodness, this one. I am stitching this with two of the sweetest friends you can imagine. I stitched this piece with Bobby of Pumpkin Creek Primitives and Carrie of Three Trail Stitchers. And we literally have the best time. We try to Zoom every month and we are stitching Labyrinth Friends. We're going to be stitching Labyrinth Friends for like 100 years, but we're all okay with that. And I think when we finish this one, we'll just move to another one because I adore them. They're fabulous. You know, we all just are about the same age, and this movie is a blast from the past, right out of our childhood. I am stitching this on a 20 count Awakening by Be Stitch Me. And here's where I am. And I literally only stitch on this chart when we Zoom, and we talk a lot when we Zoom. So sometimes I get a little distracted, but yeah, that's where I am. And this is a cute needle minder. It was not a needle minder. I got it on Etsy from somewhere, and it was a pin, and I turned it into a needle minder. Hello. So cute. Yep. Did I show that long enough? Labyrinth Friends by the Little Stitcher. Did I say that? The Little Stitcher? The Little Stitcher has great patterns. I don't see that many people stitching like tons of them, but like, you name it, the Little Stitcher's got a pattern about it. Oh, oops. Hold please, I'm dropping needle minders. When I was, I mean, like there's a million needle minders I took off of stuff. It's all in front of me. Oh, okay, this one. I started this one just a week or so ago. My friend Maggie, Kitschy Whips, go check out her FlossTube. She started a stitch along called #TotallyTubularSal. Anybody can join. You can stitch anything you want from the 80s. Here we go. I am stitching It's Cool to Care Bears. I got this chart from eBay, and it is an MCG textiles chart. I love it. It is cool to care. Here's where we are. Right? Oh, so simple. 14 count Aida, kit floss. Oh, what I got on my fabric. It looks a little dark there. It lives in a new, super cute project bag from Tammy, Creative Country Girl, Tammy Blaylock. I mean, could you just die over this trim right here? I love Tammy's bags just because of all those little extra special parts, like the trim that just make them that much fancier and cuter. Okay, this one, see, this one is by Alaforce Embroidery, and it's Hedgehog Meadow. Isn't that sweet? It didn't really come as a kit, but everything was available for me to buy to kit it up. So like I bought the fabric, I bought the floss, I bought the needle minder, the whole 9 yards. It's so cute. Sure I am. Kind of got a lot done, don't I? Yeah. So my mom likes hedgehogs. She thinks they're cute, which is kind of random because I didn't really ever know that before till she said something after she saw me stitching them. So there we are. Very cute. Beautiful floss. And like, this is just kind of how my brain works because my mom likes the hedgehogs. My mom's favorite color is blue. So it's living in this really pretty blue, so much to love project bag because my mom likes blue, right? That makes sense. Yeah, this one's cute. Oh, getting a little full here. Here comes the last one for this pile. Oh, this is one of my faves. This is another one of those like my Hawthorne Hollow that I want to get done, but that I don't want to get done because then I'll be done stitching on it. This is Happy Haunts by Good Morning Maui. Oh my goodness. So the first time I saw this, you may have heard this story before. The first time I saw this, Lollipop Stitches, she has this Happy Haunts sale. First time I just stumbled across it on Instagram, I bought it immediately. I went to Etsy, I bought it. After I bought it, I went to my LNS. I'm talking within like less than an hour. I bought this, I went to my LNS. I bought the fabric, I bought all the floss. I started the project. I was like, Haunted Mansion is one of my favorite rides at Disney World. And this is just adorable. Good Morning Maui. So I'm stitching this on, I think it's a 16 count Graceful Gray Aida using all the called for DMC. Here's where I am. So I've got the bottom 3 rows done completely. And I did backstitch these ghosts because they were completely lost. Can you see her veil? That gets me every time. I mean, don't mind the axe. Oh goodness, look at the braids on that chickadee. And that poor little skinny dog. And look here. Look here at my hitchhiking ghosts and my ghost hosts. I love this so much. And this is, there are a lot of fractional stitches in this for it being on Aida. But you know, you just make do. There's a lot of very similar colors used to create, like all the blues and grays. They're all very similar. Oh, I love this one so much. So I just have 2 rows to go. The most colorful, exciting rows, I would say. Yeah. I adore this one. It lives in one of my favorite project bags. This is a So Much to Love project bag. Look at Mickey and Minnie. Perfection. All right. So, oh, this one, oh, I can't wait. Someday this one's gonna be framed, hanging on the wall. It's gonna be wonderful. I have not been to Disney World since 2019. I am having severe withdrawals. Severe. I've got to get my grandson there. Okay, so we're moving on to cubby number 4. I will be right back. Cubby number 4, here we go. All right, this one is beautiful. This is Serbian Proverb by La Di Da. I was lucky enough to get to meet Lori Markovic of La Di Da at Market last year. She is a gem, literally. And I love this chart. And I was talking to her about telling her how much I loved this chart, and she told her husband, she was talking to her husband about it. And this is a proverb that they learned from one of her husband's relatives. Gosh, grandmother or grandfather? I can't remember, so I don't want to misspeak, but someone related to her husband. This is where, and I love what this says. It says, "Be humble, for you are made of earth. Be noble, for you are made of stars." Yeah, I'm stitching this on a Fiber on a Whim, presenting Lorelei Gilmore. I am using, gosh, I think I'm using MPI silks on this one. If I think I am correct. Oh, yes. They are like beautiful. Look at these silks. Yeah, this is a gorgeous chart. I have a place already chosen to hang this once I get it stitched. It's gonna go in my dining room. I love it that much. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful chart. Gem of a designer. Fabulous human. Just wonderful. Okay. Oh, this I'm so excited about too. Oh my gosh. Sorry, Winnie. All right. This is Santa's Magic by Mirabilia. This chart was gifted to me by my sweet friend Alexis of Alexis My Amazing World. She heard on one of my floss tubes that I was looking for it, and it's out of print. And sort of at the time was fairly recently out of print, and she was able to find it at her LNS retail, and she sent it to me, and what a blessing. So Santa's Magic came out in 1995, which, you know, in high school I wasn't really thinking about doing cross stitch. So look at this gorgeousness. Bernadette of Burn Stitches is stitching him too. Julie, Kansas City Girl in Colorado World, several people, but he is magnificent. I think Gary from Gary on Stitchery, I think he's stitching him too. Look at this. Oh my goodness. So had a hard time with the fabric for this one, but I landed on I couldn't get this fabric out of my mind. I still don't know if it was the right choice, but it's Hidden Treasure by Fiberlicious. I used to be in their fabric club. I stopped all my fabric clubs this past year just because I was racking. I had quite the stash, so I needed to back off. But I couldn't get this color out of my mind. I don't know if it was the best choice because I think some things are maybe not going to show up as well. But I just like couldn't stop thinking about it. I don't know what direction I'm going, but here's what I've got. The colors are so deep and rich and regal on this. They're just glorious. He's just going to be fabulous. I am just over the moon about him. He lives in a very cool Polar Express bag from Black Needle Society. I haven't bought a box from anywhere in quite a while, but one year I was able to snag that from their vault sales. All right. I am going to be working on Santa's Magic a lot in 2023. Okay, up next, this is a stocking called Santa's Flight Stocking from the Gold Collection. Very sweet. I love this. I thought I was making this for my husband. Now I'm not so sure because he has this old wrinchy stocking that I think he kind of likes. So I'm not sure who I'm making this stocking for anymore. Mine has a bunch of holes in it. It was a knit stocking from my grandmother, so maybe I need a new stocking. I don't know, but I'm not terribly far on it. I've got some beard action going on here. This is a kit fabric. It's an Ada. It does a lot of work in that stocking. I think it's really a cute stocking. Kind of reminds me of like the end scene of Christmas with the Cranks, you know, with where they're, well, actually it's like a, what is that called? A Volkswagen Beetle is flying overhead, but it's looking down at all the houses. It reminds me of Santa Claus movie, that movie too. I like it. All right, this one's fun. This was sort of like an experimental situation. This is Blackbird's Designs Sailing Home. This is an out of print chart. I got this as a birth sampler. I bought a few birth samplers and let my daughter choose from for my grandson when he was born. This is not the one she chose. This one was my favorite. So I was determined to stitch something of it. And so I'm stitching a portion of it. I'm using stash floss on this Charles Craft like hooded baby bath towel. Yeah, so this is what I've got. I'm not going to stitch the alphabet. I'm going to stitch the stars and the moon and the O for his last name. Oh, that's sort of sweet. I like it. That's fun. And it's easier to stitch than the bib I just finished because I can actually get my hand under that. The way they designed it is much better. Okay, this one. Oh, this is a precious chart. This is Rosina Disery 1820 by I'm gonna put a picture of her up here. Works by ABC is a reproduction sampler. The reason why this one is so super special is because it was stitched by a black girl, and there just are not that many samplers that we have preserved or even know about that were stitched by black girls in schools in this time. You'll see, and this is a really big deal. I don't want to downplay that. If you will go to Arlene Cohen Works by ABC, go to her FlossTube. She has a whole FlossTube explaining like the whole reproduction process about this and about Rosina Disery's history and her, yeah, everything about it. This is an amazing sampler. I'm very happy to be stitching it. I feel very blessed to be stitching it. This is stitched on a, oh gosh, 32 count linen peanut by Bee Stitch Me. And again, I started in the middle, and just like Christmas Village, it's a 1/1. So this meets my 200 stitch requirement. Can you believe that? That's all I've got done in that right now though. And I will say the reason why, because the sampler, as you can see, is not like a super, it's not a ton of stitching. It's beautiful and classic and just not bleh, you know, not tons of stuff, not tons of motifs everywhere. But the reason why I haven't made very much progress on it is because it's 1/1 writing in the middle. It's not my fave, y'all. And I don't want to count and mess up and try to get to something else without doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So, all right, what's next? Oh, I love this one too. This is by Parker Bart. It is the Robin Hood sampler. I am adapting this to be my wedding sampler. I love Robin Hood. And I love the Disney movie Robin Hood. And Bart made this chart so cool that you could adapt it into a wedding sampler. And you could put initials, you could put dates. He made this so inclusive that you could put 2 girl foxes, 2 boy foxes, whatever you like. He made it so that you could just modify it at will. Here we are. Isn't it gorgeous? It is DMC. Doesn't that green just pop off this fabric? It just seems to glow. I love this. I love this. It has been definitely neglected. Have a good bit done. Yes. I am looking forward to spending some more time with that this year, because that has been a WIP for a while. Sammy Liz has been stitching on that one too for a little while. All right. Oh gosh, y'all. This next one, this is my chatelaine. Hashtag chatelaine Wednesdays. On Wednesdays, we stitch chatelaines per Maggie of Kitschy Whips and Amy of Fiber Arts Amy. They started Chatelaine Wednesdays, and so I got a chatelaine with my friend Leanne. See, the whole plan was January, New Year's of 2022. Leanne and I were taking the plunge and we were starting a chatelaine. New year, new start, right? Problem is that we ordered our chatelaines back in like August or September of the year before, and we didn't get them in time. It's all because of the Gloriana holdup. That's what the problem is. But we both have them now. It's okay, Winnie. We both have them now. And we have started. And I am stitching mine on a Witchelt 28 count black chocolate. Let's first talk about, this is going to be a big mama jama. Big girl, right? Woo. I mean, like, I don't know if I need all of this. I can't remember. But I need a lot of this. She's a big lady. All right. So, here we are. I have started in the middle. And I think it's going to be beautiful. You see all those? Those are some like road stitches in there. Yeah. She's pretty. She has not gotten a lot of Chatelaine Wednesday stitching this past year, which I hope to rectify that in 2023. But even if you don't stitch a chatelaine, if you're interested in it or you just want to check them all out, if you just follow the hashtag Chatelaine Wednesday, you're going to see some stuff that you're going to be like, I mean, at least I do. I enjoy it a lot. Speaking of Maggie and Amy, we started this one for my birthday. Hashtag So Fancy B-Day Sal. This is Queen Anne's Lace by Nora Corbett. She is one of the Poison Pixies. Isn't she precious? I'm stitching her on a 32 count raw opalescent. I wish you could see the glittery stuff going on here. Yeah, I just have that requisite 200 stitches in that skirt. But she is really, really pretty. And she has some very nice beads and Karen water lilies and Krynic, of course, that are really going to be very, very nice. She is going to be a pretty little thing for sure. And my friends, they started her with me for my birthday. A lot of dear friends participated in my hashtag So Fancy B-Day Sal. Go check that hashtag out if you want to see what everybody's been up to. I also have on my Instagram. I update a lot on my Instagram, a lot more than my FlossTube. So my Instagram is a great place to go see what I've been stitching. I do a lot of highlight reels and I keep my stories in them, so you can check those out. Now, this is Possum Song by Mama Witch X Stitch, and Fawn of Sanctum Stitching and Jessica of Down Allison Road. They started this Possum Stitch Along, and I joined, and I think this thing is so cute. My friend Carrie of 3 Trail Stitchers, she finished this. Here's the problem with Possum Song. Possum Song is not going to make it onto my WIP Warriors board this year because it was hiding with Coffee with Mickey. And it doesn't have enough stitches in it, and I also messed it up, so I really need to restart it. So I'm stitching this on a 32 count Picture This Plus Herald, which I think is going to be really pretty, but it's going to have to wait to get worked on until either I get something finished and can get to it, or 2024. But he's a cutie pie. Look at him with his moonshine. Hot mess. Oh, here's another one that I started off with a bang this past year. I'll put a picture up of this one. I only have a printout. This was a PDF Etsy from Siren Stitchworks. I think it's like called Flora Platinum Jubilee, because it was the Queen's Platinum Jubilee this past year. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, I'm stitching this on a 32 count Heroic by Picture This Plus. I love how all those little splashes of blue and purple and pink just accentuate the colors on this. The reason why I chose this one to stitch for the Platinum Jubilee is because each of the flowers in the corner represented one of the Commonwealths, and it's just, I thought it was so pretty. Here's what I ran into though. Queen Elizabeth passed away, and so I need to figure out some way to, I'm not ripping anything out. This is going to remain a Platinum Jubilee piece, but I need to do something about like her year of death or birth death or something. I've got to figure something out to acknowledge that she passed away this year in here without getting rid of all the Platinum Jubilee stuff. So I kind of came to a screeching halt until I can figure that situation out. Tara over at Siren House Stitchwork helped me with some numbers, charting some numbers, and it's been generally really awesome. She has some really awesome charts, so go check out Siren Stitchworks. I don't want to say Siren House because I think I'm saying Summer House. Siren Stitchworks, yeah. Okay. Oh gosh, this is an oldie but a goodie too. I've been stitching on this for a hot minute, or not stitching on it. This is RATM's Patrick and Molly Gobble. So Jessica from Down Allison Rolled and I, we started this stitch along hashtag Gobble Couple Sal. You can use it for any of the Gobble couples. This is the only one that I have started. Patrick and Molly. I think they're cute. I have Patrick stitched. Just waiting to finish Molly for him. And let's see. I am stitching this on, this is an Extrude Designs. I think this is called like Rusty Mountain. Is that Rusty Mountain? I want to say, I don't want to say Rusty Nail. Isn't that from a scary movie? Rusty Nail and Candy Cane? Or what is that? Do you know what I'm talking about? This is the 32 count Rusty Mountain. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Okay, it's like with a truck driver or something weird. Oh, God, okay. Yeah. Oh, so cute. So cute. It's living in a Stitch in Peace St. Patrick's Day bag. Yeah. Now, and this is another one of my favorite designers. This is designed by Lori Brecklin of Not Forgotten Farm. Parson Brown. Look at that. I love any kind of chart that you can sing. In the meadow. Yeah, no, you don't want to hear me sing, but yeah, see? Cute, cute, cute. I'm stitching this on a Jubilee. I think it's called like London Fog or something. Yeah, that's where I am. Not a ton done, but not a ton left. No, there is a lot left. I don't know what I'm talking about. Whatever. I'm using called for floss, I'm pretty sure. Don't you love this bag? This bag was made by Erica of the Steel City Stitchers. I love this fabric. Yes, I was able to buy that from her at the retreat last year. Fingers crossed, Erica's made some more cool bags to buy this year. She did a beautiful job. All right. Oh gosh, almost done with this pile. This one has gotten no love in quite a long time. But this is Long Dog Sampler's Pandemic. I was able to get this chart when it was offered for free by Jules. I don't remember how long she offered it for free for. Not very long, but I mean long enough to get it. But yeah, whew, it's a big one. It's a big one. And I'll show you where I am. Oh gosh, and I think this is like a, what count fabric is this? All right, let me see. 36 count, and I bought like boxes of the color. I'm using 3808. It's a gray. So you see how big it is on the 36 count, y'all? Look, that's the bottom of it. And that's that far corner. Whoa. You know, I just think I could really, whenever I'm in the mood for just like monotone stitching, I should just really pull this one out and give it some love, because it's a very overwhelming, it's a beautiful chart. I mean, and people have done so much with it. Amazing things. Oh my gosh, all 4 done are across the top. Now I've got a box left and a stack on a chair left and a few randos on the ironing board. So hold tight. Okay, here goes the box. I don't know how else to say this. This is my oldest WIP, y'all. My oldest WIP is a Heaven and Earth Designs Story Keep. Home is Where the Magic Is. Artwork by Randall Spangler. So a story keep is what they call a bookmark style, and it's just like a snippet of like a huge Heaven and Earth. But like, this is no slouch thing. This is 87 stitches wide by 335 high. So it's going to be tall and skinny, okay? All right. Look there. I'm not taking it out of the Q-snap because you can see everything, right? And because like that way when I go back to work on it, but It really is beautiful. And when you get, I have good coverage. I mean, of course, when you're like super close to it, it looks more pixelated. But like when you bring it back here, it's pretty awesome, right? I know, lots of part threads. Cute Rebel Stitcher Designs, needle minder. Yeah, so this is my oldest WIP. It's gonna take forever to get this thing done. Forever. That's okay. It's full coverage. It's Hayed. Heaven and Earth Designs are called Hayes. When I first started stitching, I bought all the Hayes. I don't even have enough years of my life left to stitch all those Hayes. Whatever. They're awesome though. They are. All right. Next one. This is fun. This is full coverage as well, but this is like not. So Heaven and Earth Designs are lots of times, depends on the design you get, of course, what size you get, how many colors. If you use like a regular or max colors, they can be super confetti heavy, right? This one is not. I appreciate this. This is full coverage, but this is the Autumn and Stars Hollow Stitch Along series by the Black Needle Society. And the way this works is that they're going to be 4 blocks, one for each season, and they are released as a box. So we've got an autumn box, and we've received last summer we did a summer box, and in April we'll be stitching a spring pattern, and they're all connected on one piece of fabric. I mean, I guess you could separate them if you wanted to, and they do a digital retreat. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I don't want to say that. If you want more information about it, go to the Black Needle Society. I'm not sure if they have any boxes left, or if you can still, I mean, because they do this months in advance to prepare. So this is the fall pattern, and when we find the summer, they are right by each other. They are like high up on my list of priorities to get done the beginning of the year, because in April we'll be doing the summer retreat. So I'm not done with either of these yet. Aren't they cute? If you're a Gilmore Girls fan, this is right up your alley. Here we go. I'm stitching this on a Lugana. I think it's a 25 count. Yep. So I've got, oh, that's the back. You don't want to see the back. Let's do this. So I'm going to finish, sorry, I just saw the corner of my eye that Barbara Walters died. Wow. Yeah, because I've got the TV going just for like information on, you know, I was already thinking earlier about how, like, you know, how the end of the year, they have like the in memoriam stuff, and all the famous people are on there, and the musicians and the writers and the athletes, and you're like, oh, it's just always makes me cry. All right, here we go. Look there. Isn't that beautiful? It's gonna be just great. Yeah, so I've got to get busy on that one. Like I said, these 2 charts, they're high on my priority this winter. Definitely to get the summer side done, because I've got to attach the spring side to it. So if I'm gonna fluff off on anything, I can just let the autumn roll for a little bit longer, but I need to get summer done for sure. All right, what's next? Okay, this is a really fun stitch along that I'm doing with my friend Colleen of Rebel Stitcher Designs. Colleen really likes Halloween, so I wanted to stitch something Halloween with her, and I found this chart online. It's a Doreen Jones chart. It is an exclusive to Lakeside Needlecrafts. If you go to Lakeside Needlecrafts, you can purchase it as a PDF. It is called Spooky Halloween. I'm going to put a picture of it up right here if I haven't already. All right, so I am stitching this on an Aida. It is Witch's Brew by Mystic Fabrics. I don't remember if it's 14 or 16 count. That's where I got. And I bought this big, beautiful piece of Witch's Brew. And really, it's sort of funny. I mean, I'm going to have it for some other projects, because this is the total height of the chart. So it's just like long, you know, like not tall, like long and short. Yeah, I love this. I love this one. It lives in a really cute Lynn X Stitches bag. The peanuts all dressed up for Halloween. Love Lynn's bags. Oh, here's another good Halloween chart. Autumn Lane Stitchery. Something wicked this way comes. I love this chart. I love this chart because I love this bridge here in between the two. Like, I particularly like the top half more than the bottom half, but that does it for me. That is so good. I am stitching this on a piece of Escape by Stitchery. I've just got some little bitty feet in there. Not much done, but I like this. I liked this color for the background for this. It's very much like sun going down, twilight on Halloween. Beautiful. Even though every time I look at the name of the Be Stitch Me Escape, I want to say Escape. Like Nemo. Oh my goodness. This one's been around a while too, y'all. This one, I need to put some time. I want to put some time in. This is Snowy Christmas by RATM. I love this. This is an early WIP because I sprung for the fancy floss, even the white. So here we go. This is on a 28 count, a 28 count. Picture this plus dwarf. And that's what I've got done. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, I love a Quaker. I love Quaker style. It is gorgeous. Yep. So I did not put, smartly, I did not put the year in. Yeah. It's beautiful. I don't know who made this project bag. I mean, sparkles never show up, but I love this project bag. It has so much glitter on it. It's amazing. Look, oh gosh, you can kind of almost see it. Can you get it? Oh, this is a gorgeous piece of fabric. Gorgeous. Oh boy, here is my guy. This is Sir Thomas of Glendon Place. Please feel free to join Justine of X's and O's and I and our hashtag Sir Thomas of Glendon Place stitch along. Isn't he a fabulous turkey? Y'all, this guy, he has Sullivan's Floss. He has Mill Hill Beats. He has a Rainbow Gallery, like Silk Lame. I mean, like everything. He is a blinged out, bad to the bone turkey. I love him. He lives in the perfect Aeron Totem Bags turkey bag. I can't even show you all of this beautiful everything. Everything to stitch this bird is just like above and beyond gorgeous. So let me show you where I am with him. He lives on a roller frame because he's so fancy. Last year, I tried to make him my Sunday stitch, and I did work on him a lot of Sundays, but not all the Sundays. But here he is. He's so good. This, I don't know if you can see, is just kind of like, see where that is? Right in the middle of the turkey. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And I really wish you could get the effect of all the shimmer and shine. Yes, and this is on the called for fabric. It is a 28 count China Pearl. There we go. Would love to have you join us stitch him. He is a handsome, handsome boy. For sure. Adore him. All right, this next one is a recent start for me. This may be popular. This is a Forbidden Fiber Co. Sharks and Minnows. It says, there's sharks and minnows in this world, and if you don't know which one you are, you ain't a shark. I'm stitching this for my husband. This is based off the television show Yellowstone. My husband loves this show. So I did get the box probably last year, I think, or not. Oh, it was this year, I think, that she came out with the box, or little kit, not a box, but like a kit. We got a cool bag and stuff. Needle minder, pattern. This is stitched on Forbidden Fiber Co. Palomino is the linen. Isn't that pretty? Very nice. Leanne makes a very nice kits like this. The little with the bags and the, you know, they have she has a lot of Fandom charts like this. Are really fun. Always something special in there. All right. Whoops. Next, I love this one too. I'm an Autumn Lane stitchery girl, I have to admit. This is Miss Serena Sprout. She came out at market this last year. I love her, and I cannot wait to stitch that big pink flower in the cauldron. She is wonderful. So I'm stitching her on the called for fabric, which is a 28 count Friendship Green, fabrics by Stephanie. I'll show you where I am. There we go. We have part of a hat and some hair and a face, bosom. We got a long ways to go, but a very, very enjoyable stitch. I'm not able to hold her up really good. Very enjoyable stitch. And I don't have a ton of spring stuff, so I was excited actually to see a spring. Look at her. She's good. She's great. It's gonna be a good one. She lives in this cute bunny bag. Very cute. All right. The box is done. So basically, like I said, I'm left with, I've got a chair and I've got some randoms on the ironing table. I am not doing ironing board. I am not doing too bad, actually. All right, I'm gonna move around a little bit. Yeah, I'm back. Let's work on the chair. This is a recent start for me. This is a stitch along I started with my friend Sam of Sammy Liz. Hashtag yo ho 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 Sal. Also, Bougie Stitchers joined us on this one and some other people. Sam and I found this chart at Keepsakes when we went to StitchCon this past summer. Decided to stitch it together. Isn't he cute? I am stitching him on a 32 count piece of Toasted Coconut by Forbidden Fiber Co. He is very hard to see because that is white and brown on a white and brown piece of fabric. He lives in this adorable Tammy Blaylock Creative Country Girl bag. So fun. So fun. This chart, this is another one of my experiments. This is Ye Old Noel by Heartstring Samplery. Beth Twist talks about this is a reproduction, more like a tapestry piece. And she suggested that if you wanted to get it kind of more close to the original, you should use a lower count fabric so that the piece is bigger. And you could use like a thicker floss. So like something with like wool, something like that. So I kind of went for that. I went and talked to the ladies at my LNS and I'm like, okay, well, what is a lower count fabric than like 14 count Aida? So they ordered me some 10 count Aida, which is called Betsy Ross in the color Buttermilk. And then I saw kind of what sparked this whole idea was I saw these floss in their clearance pile because they also do needlepoint at this store. They also provide needlepoint supplies. They're very knowledgeable about this. And so they had this Planet Earth silk fibers were in their clearance section. Just like a handful of them. And so I pulled the fancy floss and I saw if I could do a conversion. And I was able to. I got lucky because I had a very limited palette of these. The only thing I couldn't really convert was this chart. This Ye Old Noel has browns in it. I didn't have any brown options. So I just I had gray options and that's a neutral too. So I switched it to gray. Right. So I do have a start on this. I'm excited about it. I'm liking it. It's fun. It's different. I am stitching this tent stitch, which is a half stitch. Full crosses just are too much. They look too bulky. I did a test down in the corner, and also I just don't also have the materials to be able to support full crosses for the whole thing because this is going to be pretty big. Yeah, as you can see. But yeah, I am really enjoying this. I think it's going to be cool. I guess if you were doing needlepoint, you would probably fill in all the blank spaces. I'm going to let that Buttermilk Betsy Ross just shine on through. It might look good or might not look good. I don't know. It's like I said, it's an experiment. So it's a learning thing. But I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. Okay, this one's been around a while too. I need to kind of get with the program on it. This is Winter Blessings by the Primitive Hair. Oh, isn't it sweet? I love that. I love that. I am stitching this on the called for fabric. It's like a 30 count Old Salem, I think. Still smells like coffee, and I've been stitching on it for a while. here's where I am. Isn't that good? I love it. And I'm pretty sure it's like a fancy floss situation. Oh, it's like a DMC and fancy floss. So yeah, I don't have tons left to do on it. It's really pretty. I like this one. I do like this one. I was lucky enough to meet Izzy at Market this year. She's a designer for the primitive hair. We had our room right next to hers. She's wonderful. Like, she's really wonderful. I enjoy getting to meet her. Okay, this one's fun too. La-di-da again. Witch. Look at that skirt / table. I am stitching this, and I only have some of the border done, right? But this is well over 200 stitches. I'm stitching this on a Havana. It's a very rich cigar colored, and linen, and I'm using a Gloriana silk for it. It's actually a Floramel, which is just a type of Gloriana silk, and it is called Antique Black. It's really pretty, y'all. Not pretty. A lot of brown and black in there. Very pretty. I like this one. This is another one where, like, if I'm not wanting to mess around with switching a bunch of colors, this would be nice. I mean, I have several projects like this. I just need to remember that I have them. This next one is a recent start as well. It is a tiny little watermelon kit by Realism. It's my first Realism kit. Isn't that sweet? So they use like a wool acrylic blend floss, which I'm getting great coverage, but this is how their floss comes. It's not like the softest, but it's not junk either. It's nice. That's where I am. Yeah, I actually just have this needle over here because I would normally not put a needle in my fabric. However, that's going to be cut and gone. It's not going to have time to get rusted. And it is the needle that I need for this chart specifically because this floss is thicker. Like, I am having to use like a thicker needle threader for it. So that is the needle that came with the kit. So I just don't want to mix it up with my other stuff. Oh, this one. I love this one. So see, I love Wallace and Gromit. And I'm gonna pop a picture up here. I think I had borrowed this from the library. It was in the 2021 World of Cross Stitch April edition. It's their little family portrait. All I have done is the wallpaper, some wallpaper. Luckily, I think that orange is like half stitched, luckily. Well, that's a blessing, because that's going to be a lot of stitching. Stitching on a Lagana. Nothing fancy because it's full coverage. You're not going to be able to see it anyway. Okay. This one I kind of want to skip. I am going to talk about it though, because I just bought this kind of, not knowing. I bought this chart off of like eBay or something last summer. It is Joy Sunday. I have since come to find out that there's a lot of stolen artwork on Joy Sunday. And I think this is a copy of a Dimensions kit. So I'm not going to recommend purchasing this. The reason why I bought it was because I wanted to try, I don't know if you've ever seen them, I wanted to try one of these painted, like pre-printed canvases because I was going to the beach with my friend and Chi, you heard me talk about Chi, and I thought this would be easy, like mindless, like you just kind of like follow the colors and stitch, and I thought it would be really good for the beach. Well, it is, but you can't get it wet. So you can see like where it rested against my swimming suit. I have some smudging right here. I mean, you get the chart with it, so I guess you can still stitch it. Like, see how the colors kind of ran over here. But note to self, all we got done was this little top corner right here. And these colors do not match what you're stitching. But anyway, I'm not going to recommend it. I do think it's probably still an artwork. Not a fan. So, yeah, I mean, I have it now, but I will not be doing that again. So, just note to self. That I think is one of those companies that It's kind of like AliExpress where like there's some stuff that's just not okay to buy. Like I just remember that from diamond painting, and I think that's like this with cross stitch. So very unfortunate. We should definitely pay artists for their work. All right, what is this one? I love this one. This almost made me cry when I ironed it today, because this is Uncle Sam by Kathy Barrick. For the past 2 years, when we go to the beach Memorial Day weekend, it's our thing. For the past 2 years, I have stitched on this. And when I got it out of the project bag and ironed it, it smelled like the beach, y'all. It smelled like the ocean still. It smelled like sunscreen, like, I don't know. It definitely brought tears to my eyes, but here's where I am. I think this is an R&R, like a Stars Hollow. Think that's what I'm stitching this on. I am stitching this with the called for floss, with the exception of the blue. I really I switched to Forbidden Fiber Co. blue for this one because I really like it. Like, blue's my favorite color, so it's Forbidden Fiber Co. Royal Blue is what I chose instead of the called for blue. But isn't it? I love it. I don't really have very many too many Patriotic pieces, but we go Memorial Day weekend every year, and so I'll be working on this till I'm done with it, because last year I got a lot done. But I mean, like, just like the moon in this piece, the moon is just big. It's a lot of stitches, but it's wonderful. And it smells like, I mean, literally I want to pack it up right now and put it back in here, because it smells just like Panama City Beach. All right. Oh, I love this one too. This one is so fun. This is my hashtag Soda Stitch Saturday piece that my friend Bernadette of Burn Stitches started. I am stitching Tree Bear. I haven't worked on it in several, maybe a couple months even, but I love this one. It's so fun. The colors are even better than the chart. You can get these Soda Stitch charts. Soda Stitch, you can buy them as PDF on Etsy. But sometimes you can also look up and find some of these like on Amazon for not too terribly expensive. I am using this. Okay, so here we go. Now you will not believe when I finish stitching this one, when I put the back stitch in, how this is going to look. But isn't he sweet? I love this. I actually am using the Ada that came in my Christmas mousse kit. I just didn't like it for the Christmas mousse, but I loved it for this one. So that's where I am. Yeah. Excited to get back to work on that one as well. That one I love. Oh, next up, I have given this one very little attention. This is my first Hands Across the Sea samplers. It is called Tom's Foolery. The colors, it's just so whimsical. I was just, you know, entranced right from the beginning on this one. I'm stitching this on, gosh, is it a 36 count? How do I keep ending up with these 36 counts? But I think it is. Yep. Ballet Slippers by Fox and Rabbit. Oh, this is probably my favorite Fox and Rabbit color. Ballet Slippers. It is so pretty. Yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful color. Karen and Brennan are the nicest people. And that's my little tiny start. I am using 1 strand of floss. It's very kind of like primitive because it's not, the coverage is what it is, like that, you know, and I'm going with the 1 strand, and I like it. I like all the colors. I don't like 2 strands on it. I tried the 2 strands on it, and even though the coverage is better, it's too chunky. So moving on. All right, this one, I'm going to put this, this chart, a picture of this up here. It's called Through Love. Yes, Through Love. This is by my friend Julie, Kansas City girl in a Colorado world. Under her design company is Hemlock and Rye Stitchery. She designed this chart, Through Love, because of the Crescent City books. My gosh, why am I completely blanking on the name of the author? Oh, Sarah J. Maas. I don't know. Anyway, that's what she based this chart on, and I love that book, and anyway, those books. And so I'm stitching this on something, I don't know, it's blackish, and I'm using this really pretty color, Philly Rain by Fiberlicious. And yeah, I just have I have the tiniest bit done, just the tiniest bit, but I love those books, and I love that Julie charted that from that first book, and Anyway, oh, here's another Julie chart. Kansas City girl in a Colorado world. I'm going to pop her up here. There's a Priscilla Dawes. This is a reproduction sampler. Fabulous. Super fun. I'm stitching this on a 32 count pair of Pace of Duxbury by Fox and Rabbit. I don't have a ton done on it. My piece of Duxbury is very dark and not as mottled as some of them. And during a Zoom, Brendan said that that was because he dyed this lot when it was cold outside. And that's just how the color turned out. And I love it because she charted this in 2 different colorways. She charted this as like the bright on the back side that hasn't been, you know, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Affected by, washed out by the sun, right? It doesn't have sun damage. So it's very bright and colorful, as opposed to the front, which is more muted because it had the sun damage and just washed out. I chose like the primary bright color from the back, and I stitched it on this Duxbury. The Duxbury reminds me of, like, have you seen the almost paper bag looking like Latin American paintings with bright primary colors on that kind of canvas? That's what it reminds me of. I like it. So it's fun. It's fun too. It's a wild chart too. Like, just that girl was having fun jamming all her motifs in there. Oh, this one. This one is going to be my retreat piece until it's done this year. It is Things I Know for Certain by M. Kissa Creations. I love this. This is based off of the movie Practical Magic. And it says, always throw spilled salt over your left shoulder. Keep rosemary by your garden gate. Plant lavender for life and fall in love whenever you can. And you see all those witches at the bottom with the umbrellas. That's right before the end of the movie. If you're familiar with the movie at all, it's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, you go see it. Anyway, they're very solid and they're very large. What I'm going to do is I have the writing done, but I'm going to like block out the figures and then just do fill in at retreats this year until it's done. I'm stitching this on a 32 count Malicious by Under the Sea Fabrics. I am not a huge fan of like things that are written in a bunch of different colors. I like them all one color. So I just stuck with one color and I chose a really pretty Gloriana. It is called, I think it's called Purple, Thistle Purple. Ooh, this one. These Glorianas are a dream to stitch with, first of all. But look how pretty. Look at that color. Can you see like the brown and everything in there? Super. It's super. It is also in an adorable. This is a 805 Stitcher Tara. I love this bag. This fabric is fabulous. Yes. Fabulous. Love it, love it. Okay. Oh, yes. These, so the Cottage Garden Samplings, Vinny, P.S. Tan, she did this thing called A Year in the Woods. And people have been stitching it all last year. It was a stitch along. I love so many of them, but I've only started one, and this was the second one. It's called The Swans. I love swans. My friend Bobby doesn't love swans, but I love swans, and I think this is really pretty. So here's where I am. Very sweet. Very sweet. And I just have forgotten about this one, like, because I really like it. So, note to self. Get on that. All right, I started this one at Halloween with Jessica. Oh my gosh, why am I drawing a blank? I want to say like Jessica, what's your name? Not Sassy Stitcher. Oh my gosh, what is her? This is terrible. I'm putting it down here. Jessica, she's so nice. We started this together. I'm having a brain. I've looked at too many things. I'm so sorry, Jessica. Anyway, I remember our stitch along. It is Tiny Mod Stitch Witch. That's our Sal. Isn't she cool? I don't remember what I'm stitching her on. Look at this Garon Totem Bags bag. How fun. How fun. I don't have any, do I have information in here? I don't have information. I'm stitching her from Stash. And look what I've gotten done. That is a big skirt I've got outlined there. Very fun. Wow, why can't I remember Jessica's name? Like her Instagram name. Stitches of Sass. Stitches of Sass. She's gonna sass me. Yeah, you're welcome to join us. This is so cute. So cute. Tiny modernist. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here's another stitch along. I am doing this with my friend Julie, Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, my friend Karen, Fox and Rabbit, my friend Jules Darling, my friend Alexis, My Amazing World. We are doing a stitch along of the moons of 2022 with Kathy Barrick. We're supposed to stitch on this on the full moon of every month. And half the time we don't. I don't know. Sometimes we forget it's a full moon. Sometimes everybody's crazy busy. I think we're all going to try to do much better in 2023. But here we go. There's where I am. I am just like in the land of fill in the top. Because, whoa, look at all that fill in. I am stitching this on, I don't know if it's a 36 or a 40 count piece of Flannel Flower by Fox and Rabbit. Love it. It's going to be wonderful. I don't think we're going to put like the year on there. I think we're going to do like full moons or something to that effect. Something to that effect. But how fun. Okay, another Owl Forest embroidery kit. I started this when I did Owl Forest Mania a couple years ago with Mary Ashcraft. I sorted all the Owl Forest. And this one is the little humpback horse. I do not know the tale, the fairy tale. I don't know it. I just love the picture. I wish I knew it. Every time I try to figure out more about it, I can't find anything about it. There's a book or something I need to buy. There's a ballet about it. This is stitched on the kit linen. It came as a kit. You can't see it very well. It's a lot of white right now. It is all of this beautiful Owl Forest floss. I haven't gotten that much done on it, but it's cool. I mean, it's got a whale on it. It looks like a phoenix. It's got look at the sun and the moon. I mean, that's a cool chart. There has to be something with these horses over here. I don't know. And I want to know more about it. Or is that one? No, the little humpback horse, right? I was like, is that one horse? No, it's two horses. Okay. Gosh, I just started this one. This was a gift, a birthday gift from my dear friend Bernadette of Burn Stitches. She gifted me this chart and she went on my wish list on 123 Stitch and kitted it all up for me, and I can't wait for her birthday. So sweet. This is the Garden Party by Mirabilia. I love this one. I fell in love with this chart this summer at StitchCon. Rika of House of Stitch and Stash, she brought her for the bride table. It was beautiful. Those lanterns just like jumped off the fabric. I knew I had to have it. Bernadette liked it. She said yes, because it's like us friends having a garden party together. So hashtag garden party with friends is our stitch along. Anyone is welcome to join us, but we plan to stitch on this one together at the Queen City Stitch Retreat in October of 2023. I am stitching it with all the called for beautifulness, which is like Gloriana's and no, sorry, Kieran Water Lilies, DMC. It's got some Kryonic and lots of beads. I've just started in the top left corner. Look how pretty. Oh my goodness, I love it. This is a 32 count Twilight by Picture This Plus. The called for fabric, I'm sorry, this is a 28 count Twilight by Picture This Plus. The called for fabric, I think, is a 32 count Twilight. It is by Witchelt. And it is it's lighter than this and more solid. But I love this color. It is beautiful. It lives in a beautiful bag by my friend Diana. It is Kismet. She gifted me this. It's just a very friendly piece. Okay, This next one I'm stitching with friends as well. This was another stitchy kindness from my friend Lisa of Cross by Floss at TishCon this past summer. She gifted me this chart, the Forest Goddess, and said, hey, let's stitch this together. And so we are. We are stitching this also with our friend Amy, Fiber Arts Amy. The plan was to start this on New Year's Day. I had to pre-start it because of WIP Warriors, but I'm still going to stitch on this year with them. I'm very excited about it. She is gorgeous. Her colors are beautiful. I am stitching her on a 32 count. Whoa, Winnie. Sorry, y'all. I hope you don't get seasick because my little Winnie down there just flung the camera everywhere. I think that's gonna be okay. All right, this is a 32 count Cecil by Seraphim Fabrics. Just had the tiniest little start done, but my goodness, I'll get you up close. Hope you can see that. So pretty. So I love the fabric is very woodsy, like it's greens, blues, grays, browns, just beautiful. The color palette for this chart, the DMC, is really nice. She's gonna be so pretty. Another mirabilia. This is Thanksgiving Harvest Fairy. I used to sell this one as a kit. Now you can buy it chart only and kit it up yourself. I started this a couple Thanksgivings ago with Mary Ashcraft. Isn't it so pretty? I'm stitching it on the kit fabric, which is a natural raw. I like it. A lot of people don't like the kit fabric, but I like it. It's nice to me. It's a good backdrop, and that's where I am. Love those flowers in there. This dress stitching was sort of a pain. I think one of these was a blend, and my stitches didn't lay exactly as much as I don't like the way the stitches laid that well, but it looks good. She's looking good. Right, this is another Blackbird Designs. I am stitching called Summer Jubilee. Here we go. Isn't it beautiful? I really love that one. It is in this book, Souvenirs of Summer. I am not stitching this on the called for because the called for was like R&R Blackbird something to that effect. Yeah. At the time, I didn't have any. I do have a piece now, but I didn't have any then. It's not easy to get. But this is a Twilight. It's a Witchel. Isn't it pretty? I'm using the called for Fancy Floss. I love this. I'm basically about halfway done. So that's my first alphabet, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I love it. I love the colors. Ooh, so good. I don't know what I'm gonna frame this one. I was thinking, oh, I could do that to a pillow, but no, I'm gonna frame that one. I like it. It's very pretty. Oh gosh, this one is so fun too. I want to. Yeah, it's getting to those where you're like, oh yeah, I want. All right, this is the Cricut Collection Sugar Cookies. Billy at my LNS, she turned me on to this one. Isn't it cute? I love the Cricut Collection. So I am stitching this on. This is Dying for Cross Stitch. It's a March fabric of the month. 32 count Lugana. So I don't know what color it is, but it's kind of like a minty green color. And here we are. Got the C done. Well, with the exception, I left some spots open because I'm going to kind of foo-foo this up a little bit. Like, you can't really tell, but in between where they meet, I think I'm going to put some beads in there. I'm going to use some Petite Treasure braid. I'm going to do some shiny stuff. I'm just going to, each letter I'm going to do a little something special to, whether it's beads or shiny floss or something. So I'm leaving some spots as I go. Cute chart. Really cute chart. Really cute Lake House Stitch Co bag too, right? Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I love this one so much too. This is Strelitzia, the Bird of Paradise Mandala by Glendon Place. It is full of, let's see, Dinky Dies, Mill Hills. It has some bling. Let me just show you. It's beautiful. I've seen it in person. Cheryl, the designer, had it with her at market last year. She didn't have it hanging up, but I asked her about it, and so she went and brought it out of the back, and it was to die for. Look at these Dinky Dies. Oh, they're so pretty. Look at all the Mill Hills. so pretty. I'm stitching this on the called for fabric. It is a, I think this is a 28 count. Yep, picture this plus chime, and it is the sweetest baby yellow. And I got one leaf done. That leaf took a long time, but I got one leaf done. It's beautiful. Yet another one. I started this one this past summer on the first day of summer to commemorate. All right, just a few left. We are almost done. Wow. 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 All right. Oh, look at this one. Sorry. Oh, this is another Owl Forest embroidery. As a kid I got. I think it's, I want to say it's called like Strawberry Summer. I love strawberries. Maggie, a Kitschy Whips, she's stitching on a chatelaine, like a summer chatelaine. It's got these beautiful strawberries. It's fabulous. Here's where I am. Yeah, a lot left to go, but it's very pretty. I probably want to hang this in my kitchen one day. How pretty. Gosh, look at this floss. I'm doing that. I'm using the kit linen again. I love it. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, just a few more left. Oh, whoops. Sorry, Winnie. I'm sorry. Oh. Okay. Oh, Winnie, sorry. Okay, this next one I started with Leanne. Leanne and I, we get to starting some stuff, okay? Not small stuff either. This is Little House Needleworks Kringles. You might have seen it before. Love it. This is the one that I want to do because one day I want my grandkids to be able to just enjoy looking at it and window shopping. I started this one back in July, for Christmas in July. Leanne and I have a goal this year. We would like to finish one floor of Kringles. Oh, here's where I am. Yeah, so I'm working on the floor. I'm working on blocking out the floor just above the Kringles sign. I did some like miscounting, had to do some frogging right at the beginning. It was a little frustrating, but back on track. This snowflake down here made me put it away because it was making my eye twitch, y'all. All right. This is a Forbidden Fiber Co. that I started because the this came out last Valentine's Day, and then the movie came out last spring. This is a Modern Tidings by Forbidden Fiber Co. It's printed in black and white because she wanted it to be a surprise with the colors that she chose if you know, while you were stitching. So if you haven't seen any colors yet and you don't want to see this, look away. This is on 36 count Countess. There's my start. Yep. It lives in a very cute Downton Abbey bag. Right. Oh my gosh, is this my last one? Oh! Well, like I said, I'm gonna have a few new starts tomorrow, but this is it for now. This is my last one. This is The Mandalorian by Forbidden Fiber Co. This came out in like a treasure trove box a couple years ago. I started this with my friend Sam, Sammy Liz. Hashtag Jedi Stitches. Isn't it cute? Oh, it has the best colors of floss. I don't have a ton done on it. It's definitely one of those I could take to a retreat and fill in. Well, once I got some more of a letter stitched, it lives in her. Look at this cool bag from Lila Styles. Yeah, that's fun. The bottom is like, what is that called? A gusseted or whatever, where it gets bigger at the bottom. I want to show you some of this floss because Leanne is Forbidden Fiber Co. She has gorgeous floss. Just, let's take a gander here. Look at this stuff, y'all. It's so pretty. There's the child. They're fun names. Boba Fett. Tatooine. The child. And this is the way. Oh, look at these. So good. So good. I love her floss. Her floss is fabulous. All right, y'all. I am scared to stop filming because I'm like, did I get every pile from every little area? I will give an honorable mention to a restart. Yeah, let's talk about this restart real quick. I did start last year, maybe, opening Gambit by Long Dog Samplers. This is supposed to be for my son to commemorate his graduation from high school. He likes chess. And I did start it. I started it with a really beautiful silk from Silks For You and on a 40 count. Here I am. But I'm going to restart it. Here's the thing. I want something that's not variegated. I don't want to have to think about, like, am I going sideways with stripes, or I don't want to think. And I don't know if I can pull all that out without ruining the linen. I don't know. What do y'all think? Any tips or tricks will be welcome because this is 40 count. But I am going to restart this. However, I have not chosen my new silk yet. And if I order the silks from Silks For You, they are in Australia. And so, I knew that, you know, when I decided to restart this, that they weren't going to get here in time for me to include them on my WIP Warriors for 2023. So maybe I start it in 2023. Maybe I start it in 2024. We will see. But anyway, I think that's it. Wow. That's a lot. And now I get to take pictures of everything and upload them into my albums for WIP Warriors. And I think I'm going to be up all night long. And if you don't know me, I mean, some of you know me, but I am not a night owl. I am a morning person. So I'd rather go to bed and get up at about 4 and try to get this done. But then I think I'm going to run out of time because I have places to be tomorrow. So anyways, thank you. Thanks for sticking through my WIP parade. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Like, it was nice to see everything again. And of course, I'm sure you've heard, because it's a WIP parade season, it definitely sparks your interest, lets you know what you really want to stitch. I also know maybe things I'm not quite as excited about stitching. Not that I want a UFO them, but maybe I just didn't feel that zing like I did for some of the other ones. But yeah, it's gonna be a good stitchy year. I'm gonna work on these WIPs. That is the game plan. I'm also super excited for next time I do a WIP parade. I might do one mid-year this year because I'll have pictures like from now. So I'll have some good statistics and some good pictures, and I'll be able to pop my picture up and just be like, this is where I was and this is where I am, and you all will be able to see all my progress. However, if you want to see my progress in the meantime, come on over to Instagram and follow me there. I am Memphis Sarah E on Instagram, just like I am here on FlossTube. If you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. I appreciate that. This is so much fun for me. Leave me a comment. I know I watch a lot of FlossTube on my TV, so I understand if it's not the most convenient to comment. Sometimes I try to go back after I've watched several FlossTubes and like put a comment in on everybody's FlossTubes, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot. Is this the one that I liked this on or this on? You know, because I've watched too many of them in a row. I am very guilty of binging FlossTube all day when I have a day off of work. So anyway, like I said, thank you. Thanks for watching. I hope you come back to visit me. I do try to film a FlossTube once a month at least. I am looking forward to a great year full of working down my WIPs and stitchy retreats. I hope you all have a happy new year and have fun stitching and take it easy. Thanks. Bye.